Today we're going to talk about pasta. There are a number of different types of pasta. This one particular pasta is what we call a soba pasta. This one is made from buckwheat. Buckwheat is mostly used in Japanese types of foods. There's also a new type of pasta we get, which is a whole wheat or whole grain pasta. This particular one is made from 100% durum whole wheat flour. This is a new one. This one has fiber, 6 grams of fiber, 24% of the daily fiber intake for this particular one. And this one just happens to be a lasagna noodle. But for the most part, when we think about pasta, we think about a white flour. Most of the pasta we eat is made from refined grain. Primarily, it is made from what we call semolina. And semolina is a special type of flour that is made from a hard wheat. A hard winter wheat is what semolina is. If you look at the back of a label of pasta, you'll see the word durum wheat or semolina flour. So that is what you're looking at. And this is what semolina looks like. It's a bit yellow due to the carotenoid pigments. Semolina you want to use only if you have one that you're purchasing. If you're making pasta at home, you want to use a regular all-purpose flour. Semolina is for pasta that's going to be machined. There are a number of different types and shapes of pasta. Over here you have the shells. So these are twists. This is a special type of pasta. This one is sometimes called tricolor. It's used a lot in salads. Basically, this one has spinach and this one has carrots in it. This one is your macaroni noodles, macaroni and cheese, shells. And these are what you call long goods. This one, yes, spaghetti, fettuccine, and lasagna noodles. And over here you have what we call noodles. This one is the extra wide noodles, and this is a narrower noodle. These are used a lot for like chicken soup type products. And finally, what we have are specialty products. These are wagon wheels, sometimes used for children. And this particular type of shell is called ditalini, and it's a small shell. This one is used a lot in soups. And then finally, at last, we have what we call orzo. And orzo is a rice-shaped pasta used for soups and sometimes for salads. Now let's talk a little bit about how we're going to cook pasta. When you cook pasta, you want to cook pasta in XX water. About 4 quarts of water for a pound of pasta. You also want to add a tablespoon of salt for every 4 quarts of water. And salt does two things. One, it allows you to cook at a slightly higher temperature. The other thing salt does is your one chance to flavor your pasta. Pasta is going to cook to different times depending on how big and how thick it is. You always want to make sure you got enough there for your pasta to float. You want to completely cover it and bring it to a boil. Pasta should be cooked to what we call al dente, which means to the tooth. So it should not be mushy, nor should be firm and brittle. Once you cook your pasta, you want to drain it. You don't necessarily have to run it under cold water, only if you want to make a salad. But if you're going to make it using spaghetti or spaghetti and meatballs, you don't need to rinse it. You just drain it and add just sauces.